to get attack 2 earlier. There we go. Wow. Not sure how that happened. I know, isn't that crazy? Like, so many new runners go like, hey, how about those double hits? How do I do those? I'm like, nope, you don't do those. Not yet. Like, I don't even need to be doing them. I don't know why I do them. I'm also not that good at them, so... There's some proof that you don't need to do them. Yeah, you don't need double hits. The only time double hits are useful are in, like, Death Mountain. And that part of the run is done so early. A lot of new runners got added, huh? Wow. I think there's even more and more new runners since I first PB'd. Since I put my first run on the board. Reps. PB was April 30th, 2017. So you're 52nd. 5-2. Alright, shield in the first room? Nah, let's try it. Why not? Oh, I got hit twice. 3 times. Ouch. Yes. That's why I checked that that drop, just in case it's a bag. Please don't die. Okay, sorry, but I just want to play the game, so I'm getting this. Oh, right. I was like, why plus 101? All I did was get a fairy. But then I remembered. Got shield. Now we're going to be behind until the 30-minute mark. It's gonna look like we're behind. That's fine. Only the last split counts. Okay, we're on jump. We want life. Queued up. Yeah, it's like a free 5-spot PB. Isn't it crazy how fast time goes by, too? Hey, your notes say more time to save still. So I guess it's waiting for you. I have to close speedrun.com because there's like so many things moving around on screen, they keep catching my eye. Alright, we're going into Death Mountain. We want Attack 2 next, yeah. And then Life 2. No, bots! 2 hits already. This is insane. Already had to cast life. That's sad. What do I want? Yeah. Life 2. I'm close to El Hot now, actually. El Hot, when I first started running, El Hot seemed like such a fast runner, like to a degree I would never reach or something, and now I'm 3.5 seconds under El Hot on the board. Yeah, we want Attack 3 next. Yeah, I remember. That's when I first started watching was El Hot grinding and Dude grinding for the 73. How did that guy get down there? Everything was kind of like off in this room. Yeah, you've been, you're right about the mind of the, 73 runner, because your fingerprints, or whatever you call it, your handiwork are on a lot of strats. Oh, I was like, why am I losing time? But it's, again, it's because of shield. Ouch. How's this gonna go? Okay, fine. You know, I've never actually used the, I've never used the L-Hot strat for Boulder Dash. Where am I going? Oh, medicine. I kind of do what Dude does, I think. Which is a slight delay when those encounters start coming toward you. I think I never used the L-Hot just out of laziness that I never learned it. Thought I was gonna be in the lava there. Yeah, that was a 673 for sure. I was watching him almost every night around then. Learning a lot from him. Yeah, I used to, like, watch Dude stream and then go play myself and just PB just because, like, soaking in everything Dude did just gave me, like, ideas of things to try. And still to this day, I'll be in a situation and I'll think, uh-oh, and then remember something Dude did and just try it, and it's like, it just works, like, in the moment like that. It's crazy. And there's so many times, like, I'll be in a situation and I'll think, I don't know what to do about that, I guess there's nothing you can do, and then I'll see Dude stream and he'll do something that fixes the situation. I'm like, okay, I never thought of that. Alright, we're going to P2. That's true. Racing definitely helps. I messed that up. I don't know if I'm gonna take an encounter here. I don't have the walk anymore. Hey, I was pressing up. I was 100% pressing up. Lots of rust still. Wow, it feels nice to play now instead of be stuck in Jump Cave and fetching things at the beginning of the game. Wow, that Stalfos almost had me. The same thing I did last time. I forgot I had to ferry to get through that door. So here's the things that come from, like, just playing for a long, long time that can't come from racing is... I didn't even realize it until I was doing it. But the entire time I was killing that first red IK, I was staring at the dripper. I wasn't even looking at the IK. Just wanting to see if a blue drip fell so that I knew to go kill the bot so I would get... So I'd get the last IK there before the glove. Otherwise it despawns. I think I didn't need that Stalfos. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It is true. It's kind of cool. Oh, 4 hits. Man. That's okay, because actually I need the death abuse here anyway. I'll just take it right now. And yeah, I did kill 1 Stalfos, more than I needed to. How'd I lose time? Oh, right, the walk. The entry walk. "11 seconds on that. Yeah, that's interesting. I have a tutorial for that walk to P2 from an up A, yet I couldn't perform it in either run. Yeah, plus a minute. I didn't want to stab above. Yeah. One road? That's the best you saw? There's a... From an up A? Yeah, there's a clean one. And it has a back, so there's a clean version, but if you miss the frame, there's like an audio cue for when to go down at this one point. And if you miss the frame, then it's a 1/2 encounter, but otherwise it should be clean. I learned it originally from dudes, oh wow. I learned it originally from dude's 100% NMG tutorial. And then I did a tutorial that was for that walk only. And put it on speedrun.com. But you can't get upset about time that is gone. You can only be happy for the time that remains. That's how I like to think, at least. Oh, I stopped at tile 2 late by accident. I was going to try this link. Alright, last time I was short XP. I'm gonna have to kill extra stuff, I guess. Alright, I'm glad I got the IK. That's 100. I remember you saying that too. Okay, that's some more XP. Hopefully that will cover the gap that I was missing last time. I'm gonna try to kill a lot of smalls too. It's like 30 more XP worth. Missed that one. Like a chump. There's this bag too. I don't know if I need that, but... Oh, see, that's not ideal. Getting that bag was not a good idea. Actually, no, it doesn't matter, because as long as I can cast Jump and Fairy, that's all that matters. You take life 4 in P5. Oh, that I forgot the thing's just instantly swinging. But that's another 100 XP. Oh, and I have plenty. By a lot. That extra IK made no sense. Oh no, I didn't need this key. That was all wasted time getting that key. And well, now I don't need to cast Fairy because I have a key. "100% NMG plus a few extra keys. New board. New category. 100% NMG plus 1 key." Add it to the boards. Alright, we already have shield. Just need the 1-up. Not 1-up. Heart. That's what I meant to say. My brain doesn't work good while I'm playing video games. I find it hard to make real sentences and play video games at the same time. -5. Even with the extra key. It is. I just wanted to make it easier on my future self. Once I figure out the routing for walking back after Reflect, that'll be another time save, because for now, I'm skipping that. Fairies, get out of here. I want to change that split so it's on town entry. That's where I split on all keys. Actually, yeah, I don't need to burn that magic. Plus, it doesn't make sense to split on a spell unless it's the up A. Unless it's splitting on the up A, that makes more sense, perhaps. Town entry is fine too. I never understand splitting on getting the spell, because to me it makes sense for a segment to be something you might practice. And so when the segment ends, like I feel like the segment should end somewhere you would end when you practice. But I guess perhaps that means if you're entering a town and that's when your segment ends, then the next segment is starting entering that town, so. But either way, I still don't understand the split on the spell, on getting the spell. Alright, so fairy is selected. Is that what I want? Yes, that is. I think I started doing that like when I first started running because I found it easy to split them, but nowadays I feel like everybody has a foot pedal. I don't, but I feel like a lot of people do. $11. Okay, see, so that's like the one reason I can see for splitting on a spell is just, this is when I'm comfortable splitting. I can see that. $11 shipped. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Alright, yeah, I definitely have to clean up this whole section here. Because I have to enter twice. And now I need a jar. Okay. So that involves luck, which I should remove. Justin's the king of a million splits. Alright. How's everybody doing? We got time to chat if anybody has any questions. Never mind. Take that back. Probably lost the 5 seconds plus some. That was a bad Karak just now. That was exceptionally slow. Oh, okay, we saved time apparently. Alright, where are we headed? We're going to P5. Where we will get Life 4 and 300 XP. We will Death Abuse at the flute. And we don't need the block key. Oh no! I went one tile too far there. Didn't need to get the key and it still turned into a terrible block room. Oh man. P5 is not kind to me these past 2 runs. Got confused about what to take. I was like gonna cast life, which would have been really bad. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Well, I didn't want to take a hit there because next thing I go do is fight Guma. And I'm not DJ Trails, so I'm kind of a noob in comparison, to be honest. I mess up the fight a lot. Oh, wow, okay. That did not go at all as planned. I thought I died, to be honest. Rep's gonna be mad if I PB twice and I submit both. Actually, Rep's probably the one mod who wouldn't be mad. Not that anyone else would be mad, but I think I've heard Rep say before that he likes having those all as historical data. I mean, it's not like PB's a given here. We are looking at only a -9 right now. I can tell you a couple places I have time, though, to save. One is the P6 Heart Walk, and another is VOD. And then GP. A lot coming up. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, -9, -9, -9. Total opposite. He gets mad when people don't submit PBs. This way people can see their history and obsolete runs. I look back at those a lot. Not only my own, I look at other people's. I look at a lot of runners' runs. And obsolete runs especially. So I do like when the data's there. So if I do PB again, I might submit the first one tonight, and then like some point tomorrow after it's been accepted, I will submit this one. If this is a PB. Big if. Capital letters. Increase the size of the font. That's lined up exactly. That is the first frame door. That's what people are talking about when they say first frame door. Hey, Druis, Shaddy, Endy, thank you for the raid. Thanks for the good luck. This game is fun. This is a different category too. This is not all keys. This is 100% NMG. Watch this. Right when Link touches the ground, he can jump again. It's cool. I know Z1 players are not used to seeing Link jump. This is Link jumping. I know Endy's used to seeing Link jump. Endy's played a little Z2 in his day. Hey, Endy, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. It was some runs, yeah. So we already PB'd this earlier today, and then I did another run, and I'm hoping I'm going to get another PB. Can't double stab either, yeah, in Z1. This is true. I'm too early on that one. That's the same thing I did last run. Zigzag walk. For the win. Yeah, if you don't do the zigzag there after taking the second encounter, you can actually end up with a very high likelihood of a heart skip. That's the same pattern I got in the last run. What's the difference in the categories? Yeah, you don't have to get all the keys. You can fairy feet in this category. Oh no. That's another difference. Don't need all the keys. Don't, you can do fairy feet. I feel like those are the main differences. Oh no, that's an IK. That's not a jar. Well, that's some time waste right there. And you can up A. That's the other huge one. Thank you. And you can fairy doors that you don't have the keys for. So yeah, you don't up A right at the hammer. What you do is you get the hammer and then you go grab that magic container just outside. Then you up A. Oof. That was not a pretty fire strat room. I guarantee all of the time save is gone. That's a drop. Nope. But I'll tell you what, Shaddy, that doesn't make it as nice is Death Mountain and Jump Cave are in the dark. And that's with attack 1 to start it off. Yeah, you get hammer first. Yeah, there is a route for this category that does level 1 first. It's kind of like the the all keys route to start it off. Yep, that time's disappearing. 6 seconds gone. That would be a major glitch, probably. Last night I unintentionally despawned Bicula in GP. That was a pretty big deal to me. Riak has a setup for it. I wasn't trying, it happened accidentally. That was almost bad. Almost went right into lava there. Ugh. Wow, I did it. Sweet. Save some time. Eight seconds saved. Oh, we're already on ferry. Cool. Sorry, I missed a lot of chat. That's a super intense area. Let me see if I can read some. Fairy glitch is banned. Yeah, that's called fairy feet, and that is not allowed in all keys. That's why this this category, among others, are quite fun to get some use out of that glitch. Hello, Luigi. Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to spell max. In all keys, I spell max. But I wanted to try to ferry that forced encounter if I could. If Light was here, I would get yelled at for something else. I would get yelled at for ferrying and GP instead of trying to do it with only jump. I do, yeah. You know who else does is Riak. No! Please. That was not a good room. That was not good. Don't clip that and use it as a tutorial. Oh no, you know what I did is I actually had enough magic. Had I not cast Fairy without needing to Death Abuse. Now I gotta eat 7 seconds. It's not really hard, no, it does take a little practice, but it's not as hard as you think. Yeah, had I not casted Fairy in that final spicy room, I wouldn't have had to take that Death Abuse. A little upset about that. Oh, I didn't do my good T-Bird kill. I'm sad. The previous run had the quick kill. No quick kill in this run. Oh, please, Dark Link. That was Dark Link, not me. Really? You have to give me a hard time on this run. Alright, still a PB. Here we go. Now I believe that is one spot up the leaderboard. Into 9th place. My PB earlier was not good enough to move up the board. This one, 105.12, is 9th place. 4 seconds away from Eon at 8th place. Thanks for the GGs. Luigi, Shaddy, Rep. Malty McFry. Similar to Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Speaking of Rep, we were talking about Back to the Future earlier. I have so many Back to the Future toys in this room. Lego DeLorean. I got the Funko Pops of Doc and Marty. Remote control DeLorean car. There's a lot of toys in general in here, but those are the Back to the Future ones. Druis, thanks for the GG. Endy, thanks for the GG. Again, thank you for the raid. Lilo San, thanks for the GG. How far behind Mercs? Funny story about that. One day, I was playing all keys, and I was in Palace 4 in one of the lava key rooms, and Mercs came in to chat, and he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" I don't remember how he got to this topic, but somehow he just said, like, "Oh, by the way, I'm ahead of you on the NMG board." And I went, what? And I wasn't paying attention to the game anymore. It jumped into lava. It's like Link didn't want to live in that universe where Mercs was ahead of me on a board. But then to find out, Mercs never even submitted the run. So Mercs isn't even on this board. And actually that day on stream, both Mercs and PRZ were giving incorrect info about new routing to this category that made me sad at first, because I thought they thought gem duping was allowed in this category. Gem duping makes it such that you don't have to visit all of the palaces. You only have to visit palaces that have items you need. And you can just drop a gem at P1, and if you up an A within enough time when dropping the gem, you can redo P1. Horsehead won't be there anymore. You can just walk right up to the statue and drop another gem there and keep going until Link has no gems left. Once Link has no gems left, then you can open the barrier to Great Palace. So, I was worried that that was now allowed in this category. I'm really glad to see it's not, because this category is a lot of fun with visiting all of the palaces, and I feel like that would take away from the run. Just like if suddenly all keys allowed it. All keys would cease to be what it currently is. All of the work Dude, Lordo, React, Light, everybody has done, like, would not matter anymore. Because suddenly everybody would be able to get the times they currently have. And then if those people felt like doing more work, they'd get better and better times, but... And 100% requires all the items. That's right. I wonder if that's just a side effect. And I think it even says, though, in the rules. Let me double check the rules. I believe the rules for this category say you must beat... Yeah, you have to kill all bosses. And it says that in capital letters for this reason, so that it's not confused with allowing gem dupe. But no, Druis, I knew you were joking. Either joking or saying it to push my buttons. Either way, I was fine with you saying it. I have yet to see evidence that Mercs was actually ever ahead of me in this category. It wouldn't actually bother me if Mercs was ahead of me in a category. The only thing it would make me do is go play the category to beat his time. And I would welcome him to come beat that time again. Friendly competition. That's true. Yeah, right. 78. That's his time.